Sharon Van Etten, and I'm here at Latitude playing with my band.
How was your show today? It seems like the album's coming together in this kind of larger beast, and it's starting to get noisier. That seems to be in a good way. I like it.
That's good. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I feel like we're hitting some kind of stride because we have a good routine now, and we're also a lot more comfortable with each other in these songs than we were months ago. So we keep trying new things, and the audience is constantly changing, and the energy of the space is always changing. So it's fun to experiment with that too.
How does it feel sharing quite personal, sometimes quite sad emotions with such large crowds? Or because you played the song so many times, does it not feel like sharing those emotions?
I mean, it's always heavy, you know, but I feel like we pick our songs carefully too, where they can carry on in this kind of environment, because sometimes playing outside can be difficult, but since it's always cathartic and our shows are still pretty epic, I mean, the songs are not naturally go that way, I think. They still carry well, and I still feel them, and even though sometimes it's harder in like a bigger space, like as long as I see people connecting, I feel like the songs come across.
There was a lot of very cute people just like losing themselves in the words and eyes shut. Did you notice there was very small children? Do you ever have kids that young at your shows?
Oh, it's rare, but I love seeing it. I love seeing that. And I mean, I just did an interview with this kid whose dad was escorting him around, like helping him like wrangle the artists up to do interviews with for his blog. It was the sweetest thing I ever heard.
What sort of questions did he ask? He's probably giving me much better answers.
No, it was just like he was really diligent, and I think his father helped him with the questions. He was probably not even 16, you know, just like, I don't know. They were pretty good questions though. I mean, very to the point, you know, It wasn't, I don't know, he was a sweetie.
So your day began with a tow truck towing a tow truck. Could you tell us about is that like babushka dolls? Or one, you get the bigger one to pull the smaller one?
I wish, man. I was just gonna like jump on top of like one of the cars and just like say like heave ho or something. But yeah, we got, you know, like probably half of the people here got stuck in the mud parking, and we went to park to get our passes, and the van got stuck. It's really heavy, it has a lot of stuff in it. I remember when the guy first told us, he's like, you just gotta drive across the lawn here, and I'm looking at the lawn like, this is not gonna be good, you know. But they said, don't worry, there's a tow truck on its way. We're like, okay. So the first tow truck comes, and he's like trying to like set it up one way and pull it, it's not working. Another way, pull it, it's not working. Then all of a sudden this other car comes around, and it's like an emergency vehicle, but what was it called again?
Special unit. Special operations.
Special operations. And it was like, oh, Special Operations Rescue Team, because it spelled out SORT. And all of a sudden they're the ones that are towing the second tow truck, and then the van, and then they pull us out. But it was like a 30-minute fiasco. It was pretty funny though. I mean, didn't get much sleep last night, but we weren't running late, so we were just kind of mellow, just kind of laughing at the whole situation, like, oh yeah, there's two. It's fine.
It wasn't one of those turn up to a festival 5 minutes before playing. Have you had any of those?
Oh, I haven't. I was tour managing one band that had that happen to them. This band Shearwater. I tour managed a few years ago, and they had a festival where one of the guys' flights got delayed, and so I was sent to go pick him up at the airport, and then like the rest of the band was playing, and I literally drive him up as he has his entrance on trumpet on like the first song or something. But you know, it's stressful sometimes because it can be really hard to get into a festival and, you know, get all of your proper, you know, laminates or whatever, and make sure that you know where you're going. It can be chaotic once you get in the gate and stuff.
What's more stressful, tour managing or playing a festival?
Depends on what kind of band you're working with on both sides of it. I think tour managing was a bit more stressful because you have to juggle a lot more, and you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of the blame. You know, like everything goes through you, and you're in charge, and everybody is looking to you for answers all the time.
Yeah.
you know, it is stressful to play a festival.
They're often the unthanked backbone of the music industry.
Oh yeah, totally. They do like everything. This guy does everything. So it's nice to not have to do it anymore.
How have you felt about the reception to the records? Because it feels like the previous records, people seem to really like them, they've done really well, but I think this year it feels like lots of kind of album of the year quotes and very nice. Did it feel like something seismically changed kind of musically for you? Because it does feel kind of grander slightly than... Sorry, that's not really a question, it's a statement. About 10 questions in one.
Yes, I agree with you. It's been really intense, and I feel like just everything is growing, you know, and you know, it's like a steady incline. You know, I'm still developing as a writer, I'm still developing as a performer, and I'm still developing in the studio, and you know, getting used to this lifestyle. And I feel really lucky that people supported this record so much, because I was pushing myself to do something different. And while still building the production on the record, I still feel like Aaron and I worked really hard to keep the songs intact and the melody intact and let them be my songs and not let it be a national record. And I feel like we succeeded in that, and I'm just happy that people like it too.
Good. That sounds like a nice note to end on.